Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cohn Zone. I'm Grant. That's Lowell. We're the Cohns. We're in the zone. Dad, you've been watching me on YouTube the last few days talk about all the reasons that the Niners season isn't over and they have hope and they could still make the playoffs. And I think that you've kind of been watching from Sky Ranch, being like, really, let's talk about it. So you and I are going to have a debate. But before we get into it, I want to let everyone know to stick around. We got about 6 or 7 topics we're going to get into, and at the end, we'll take some questions. But it ain't question time yet. It's debate time. And I think you know what I think. Dad, what do you think? What's in store for the Niners the rest of the season?
I've covered a lot of football seasons, and I know the fans would like to hear that I think the Niners are really coming on and blah. I think what we have on our hands is a dead shark. A dead shark. That's from a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, and this is so unscientific, okay? But I have a gut feeling that this season is cursed. They get 2 serious injuries every game. They had to play that awful Thursday night game with missing essentially 4 players and on the COVID thing.
Yeah.
If the league really cared about players and their product and fairness and equity, they could have just moved the game to Sunday, but they didn't want to lose the money on the Thursday night game, which, by the way, I understand, but I think it's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is everything that could possibly go wrong for the 49ers, they don't have their quarterback. They don't have their number 85 best offensive player. They don't have an edge rusher. I mean, guys, people watching, I apologize, but this feels like a 6-10 season to me.
Last season, it felt like the stars aligned for the 49ers. Every time they needed a break, they got it. They started off the season 8-0. It was easy. This year does feel like the opposite. All I'm going to say is that it's a strange year for everyone. And the Niners, they're not necessarily bad or good. They're 4-5. Maybe other teams could have some bad luck. I mean, the COVID thing is still going on. It's a game of attrition anyway, and it seems like the attrition is doubled this year. So if it seems to me like the Niners attrition happened early. They're hurt, but they're not out of it. They got a game coming up this weekend, which is going to be really tough, then a bye week. And then if they make a run after that, they'll make the playoffs. Will they make a run? I don't know. I mean, the way I look at it is going from Garoppolo to Nick Mullins in 2020 is not a downgrade. Jimmy Garoppolo was going through some stuff this year. He was not himself. So I agree. I don't know what that was. Maybe he'll be better next year. But this year, I don't think the Niners have downgraded at quarterback. And when they have Raheem Mostert and Deebo Samuel on the field together, I still think the offense is terrific, even without George Kittle. The question I have about the team is the defense. I mean, what is Robert Saleh supposed to do? Nick Bosa's not coming back. Richard Sherman's coming back. Is that a good thing? I don't know. They don't have a pass rush. They don't have much of a secondary. They have a terrific middle linebacker. So I don't know how good the defense can be, but I think I really do think Kyle Shanahan is good most of the time. And if he has Deebo Samuel, Raheem Mostert, Brandon Ayuk, Richie James Jr., Kyle Juszczyk, and Nick Mullins, they should be able to do something on offense. So look. Let's say they lose this weekend and have to go 5-1 after the bye week. They play the Rams. They match up well with the Rams. They got to play Washington and Dallas. Those are 2 games they can win. So that's 3 wins right there, maybe. Then the other games are Buffalo, Arizona, and Seattle. Tough, but not necessarily out of the question. I mean, Seattle has no defense. We saw what Nick Mullins did against them. Jimmy stunk. Nick Mullins played well against them. Arizona, that's a tough matchup. So look, could they go 5-2 the rest of the way? Could they go 4-3 the rest of the way? I don't know. If they go 4-3 the rest of the way and go 8-8, maybe they won't make it, but I think that would be an accomplishment this year, given how cursed they are.
Okay. I think 8-8 would be really good, and it would be something they could rationalize. Oh, all these things happen, and they could build on. Absolutely. Iggy, as far as their chances of going 5-2, if they were to lose this game, let me get it straight. It would be 5-2 counting this game?
Yeah, so let's say they lose this game. They'd have to go 5-1 after that.
5-1.
5-1.
Okay. The chances of them going 5-1 if they lose this are about the chance I have of flying to the moon with my arms, flapping my arms. I'd say that's about the chance they have. 5-1.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Look, again,
Yeah.
I apologize. I should, if I were trying to peddle, getting fans to like me, I'd say they're going to go 5-1 if they lose this game. As my mother would say, in a pig's eye.
In a pig's eye.
In a pig's eye. Hold on. Give me 2 reasons you think they can put up a fight against a good team. Give me 2 reasons.
They have a lot of guys coming back on offense.
Okay.
If they have Debo Samuel, I like their offensive weapons, even without George Kittle. And they have one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. So even without John Elway or a great quarterback, even if they're at Nick Mullins or a backup or Jimmy Garoppolo, I've seen Kyle Shanahan take this group and destroy teams without a forward pass. They did it 3 weeks ago against the Patriots. They did it to the Rams. So if they can beat these teams without a forward pass, clearly they need Debo Samuel to do this stuff. And Brandon Ayuk. And last week they had no chance with what they had. But I've seen him do it. And if they have Raheem Mostert and Debo Samuel, those guys are always tough to stop. Raheem Mostert averages 6 yards a carry no matter what. And Nick Mullins, boy, don't you count him out. Just when you think he's done, he comes back and throws for 350 yards. Yeah.
Igley, I agree with what you said about him and Jimmy. I'm not saying he's a better quarterback than Jimmy, but he's certainly as good or better than Jimmy was this season. I'm going to say one more thing, and then maybe we'll move to the next topic.
Yeah.
Gene Washington, who probably people watching never heard of. He was an excellent wide receiver for the 49ers when I was a young man, and he went to Stanford when I went to Stanford. Always told me, Lowell, you entertain with offense and you win with defense. Pretty interesting, eh?
That's good. That's good. I also heard one, you throw for show and you run to win. I like that one too.
I like that too. We could do a whole show on cliches.
Yes.
I like, you know what I like? He's a north-south runner. Oh God. If I hear that one more time, he's a north-south runner.
Dad, I forgot to list the main reason the Niners are going to make the playoffs. Eric Armstead. He's going to be Eric Armstead and do all the things that Eric Armstead typically does and just put the team on his back.